What is happening, Nerd Nation? Welcome to another episode, 9 Nerd Yards, the Dave series breakdown. We are breaking down episode 7 of season 3, Rebirthday. Let's introduce the panel. Kick this right off. There's a lot of great stuff going on in this episode, and I want to get right to it. You know her. You love her. You probably missed her last week. She's back. It's Kirsten. Kirsten, how's it going?
Hi, I'm good. I am just enjoying the last bit of spring weather we're probably going to get here before it's 175,000 degrees. Woohoo!
Preach.
Love
preach.
Vegas. Love it. Missed you guys a lot.
Of course.
I will try not to miss any more episodes.
Better not. So we got a lot of hate mail from the fans, and they don't like it. They don't like it. So... 9. It's 9. He's fans. And you know him, you love him. He wasn't here last week. We didn't get any hate mail, so we'll figure it out.
I'll send some.
Mike Triangle, aka Jeff. Jeff, what's happening, baby?
Not much. Another great episode of Dave. How you guys all doing?
Yeah, phenomenal.
Well, that's phenomenal, and that makes me happy.
That's so great. I'm happy for you. And you know him. You love him. The reason for the season. We are all gathered. He is the Capitan. He is the Presidente. It's 9. What is happening, baby?
Oh, man. Just waiting for someone to come annihilate me. You know what I'm saying? Take that as you will, but you know, I'm here.
When 11 o'clock comes around and you're like, I got to get out of here, we know what the reason is. Jeff, are you waiting for somebody to come and annihilate you too?
You know, you don't need to worry about that, okay?
No.
Oh, that's a secret annihilation.
Please don't kink shame.
I would
Just
never
asking
dream
questions.
of it.
Just asking questions. I want to ask this first question before we get started into all this, and I just kind of want to hear around the table from everybody. Is it me, or do they need to stop making these episodes better and better every week? Because like
They're killing it.
I ended last night's episode. I'm like, they need to stop making these episodes so damn good, because every week I keep saying like, this is my favorite episode. This is my favorite episode. Yeah. Does anybody else feel this way, or is it just me and I'm just like hype on Dave?
I feel like there's just... Sorry, Nye, go ahead.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, you inhaled like you're about to speak. So like, oh, he's about to drop some shit on us.
Man, she's out 1 week and she loses her sense of timing.
We just took his breath away with that question, but go ahead, Kirsten.
I feel like they're so poignant, and like the writing's just good this season. It's excellent. Like it's found its stride, and it is just—it's not even coasting. It's continuing to like accelerate upwards, and it's just so damn good. Like, it has no business being this good.
Yeah, to your point, it's not just the writing, the one-liners that we I think seem to find in season 1 and season 2. It's story. Yeah. Like there's good story and story arcs. Arches, yeah. Arches, like a foot.
Relevant to life.
Lanolin, like sheep's wool.
Like sheep's wool. No, but you're saying like this. That's you had a look about you. You're
well, I was gonna say. So I am in agreement, but I'm gonna take a step further. Not just the story, but interestingly enough, the subtle stories that they just give us such a small amount of. And specifically in this one, in the last episode into this one, Mike's story with his dad.
Yeah.
We're getting such small bits of it, but it's such a good story, and they're playing it off so well, and they're playing it off like this is exactly how Mike's character would deal with it.
Yeah.
So I'm just impressed with all of it.
By not dealing with it, yeah. 9, any thoughts on that before we get to our top 3 moments?
No.
Man, a few words. You must get all the ladies, 9. All right.
I got proposed to, actually. So.
What?
Yeah, I got proposed to.
Oh, that's
you not pay attention to our chats,
bro. In all fairness, he wrote it at like 4:00 in the morning.
That's when he got proposed to.
Yeah. I saw that message. Right.
I went living with my life. I was like, okay, whatever. I gotta go to sleep now.
That was a toilet message, and I read it. And, what?
Yeah. Said
Scared
yes.
to ask more.
I don't know where I put the ring though, so that's gonna be.
Are you?
Well,
Are
this
you
is gonna
much,
be an awkward wedding.
yeah.
That's
Are you
gonna
much
be
like
real
Gator,
weird.
where now you owe alimony? Is that what's going on?
Oh my God, after just one day. How does that happen
I'm-
after just one night?
I didn't know anybody could get pregnant that fast.
I love how smart Gata is sometimes, but yet at the same time so fucking stupid. Just like just some of the stuff that he just lives in a different plane of existence. And it's
Yeah.
nuts.
You mean like where boners come from?
Oh my God.
A little bone that retracts from the male's pelvis?
Is that one of your favorite moments?
No, it is not. But it was
Oh
a pretty
shit,
good
that's
one.
surprising.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Kirsten. Let me know your
Yes.
top three. What you got? What you got for
shit,
us
it's
today?
me first. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
ladies
first one,
first.
Benny Blanco's back. I fucking missed
Oh!
him. He's so I
Shouts
don't
to
know why.
Benny.
I just have such a soft spot for Benny. He just cracks me up.
Look at
and
that
it's
face.
So
you
weird.
just want that. You just want that on a calendar.
Can
Look at
we
Right.
also point out how much better Benny looks than he did in the first time we saw him on the show?
He's looking
Yeah, he
fit.
looks
He's
cleaner.
looking
fitter.
trim.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he lost weight,
trim
yeah.
and cleaner.
Absolutely.
Like he's washing that hair more. So
Yeah.
and he's keeping that unibrow clean for once. So good
He
Yeah,
for
looks
you know.
less hobo-ish and more manscaped. and
I don't
like
think
it.
he's got
Yeah.
any gum stuck in weird places right now.
Yeah,
guys.
that's what I'm saying.
Or-
He's probably not
You don't
all
know.
around.
He might.
Does see? Yeah.
Mm.
Secret for success right there.
Or does it?
Sometimes
Yeah.
you keep that in there all day. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I'm-
I'm just saying.
Mm.
Second favorite moment movie.
don't. Yeah, we don't need to know about your personal life, but let's continue at this point.
Allie and Robin meeting. That was more
Oh!
awkward than dying in the park with no pants on. That was just like
Again, don't
But-
tell us about your personal life.
I like how it rounded out though and became more normal because Allie was making it so normal, even though
Mhm.
Robin was kind of nervous. I love that she put herself in there as Mike Triangle, as Jeff has as his name tonight. That shit was funny. I'm gonna use that as an alias sometime in the future because it's just funny.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Great spot to pause on Taylor.
He like was.
Also, I want Allie's whole outfit because old man 2 sets are my favorite. I dress like an old Cuban man 90% of my life. So,
I believe it. I can
Right?
attest. Can attest. Yes.
yep, you've met me at my old Cuban manist.
Some Cuban people look like you, so like you never
That's
really
true.
know.
I am a little bit Cuban, so it works. But yeah,
Yes,
Allie totally
Cuban
adorable
bee.
every time she shows up, and Robin's
Mhm.
adorable, so that was cool to see. The dead seal is my third one, and the discussion to get rid of it because just no solutions were reached, and they kept showing it, and it was just kept getting grosser and grosser the more they showed
It's so
it.
fun. That's actually on my list, but I have a specific quote from that scene.
I have a specific question from that scene, so we'll get to that.
Perfect. I'm glad because that was one of my favorite scenes because the seagulls just doing nothing.
Birds, can you carry him away?
Go down there, put him in the ocean. Can we wait till the tide comes in?
It's a high tide, yeah.
And then I love later that kind of factored into the time that Allie then texted Robin, like, come at 5:30. No, come at
No,
5.
under 5.
Prompt. Like, we're going to wait until 5:30 so the tide takes this dead fucking seal.
I mean,
Yes.
hey,
Mhm.
that's
Perfect.
just you make your own solutions.
That's just science
Exactly.
right there, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mike Triangle. What do you got for us?
All right. Okay. The first is Dave's plan for Robin was so fucking over the top, but so incredibly sweet.
Oh,
Because he's remembering
Yeah, it
that she
was so
loves
cute.
snow days. Like that alone was just like, whoa, Dave. Like, don't get me wrong, you're
Yeah.
still way too much, but like you're channeling it in a very cute way, which I very much enjoyed.
and not just the snow days, the rose petals with her name.
Right?
That was a very sweet
I mean,
gesture.
That one's a bit cheesy. That one's a bit cliche, almost. You know.
But it's
Like the
kinda
snow day
nice to
was
be
unique
cheesy
and tailored.
sometimes.
I completely agree. But the thing that I loved about the snow day in particular was it was perfectly tailored to her.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
less
exactly.
generic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Showing that he's listening to her, that he's thinking about her, and when she tells him something, it matters. You know.
Yeah.
Also, he wrote her a song. Like, what do you want from this man?
I mean, he doesn't have the verse
true.
yet, but that hook is fire.
The hook is fire.
The hook
yeah.
is fire, And look at all this stuff he was gonna have it decorated with. Like, you could just see the heartbreak in her face. Like, God damn it, I can't believe I have to get him to this stupid surprise party.
Yeah, she's like, damn
Right.
that. Yeah.
That no one likes. No one enjoyed being there. So I don't know why they held it at the beach.
Well, no, the others actually did. No. Sorry,
His
let me correct
parents,
myself.
no.
Let me correct myself. Gata and Benny did.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody else was
Yeah.
probably
Fucking
not.
hated it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The people that they know Dave, but it's a bit more superficially. For them, it was perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, so that was one. Number 2 is which one do I want to do? Okay, it's number 2 is going to be a question for the group here. I mean, who else is into women with lopsided breasts?
I mean, most women have one that's smaller than the other. So, like,
I
if you're
didn't
into
take it as
boobs,
that.
you're
I
kinda
took that as
like real
a-
lopsided.
Yeah,
Oh.
like one's pulling one side of your shoulder down, like lopsided. Not bigger or smaller, lopsided.
I mean, it could be interesting, right? Like,
Yeah,
I don't
Hey,
know
I
if
want-
I've personally seen that before.
You
like,
get one of
I don't know
each.
if I want
I don't
any
know if
part
it's
of this,
been-
actually. I don't
okay,
want any.
you don't want
no.
out of curiosity, for
No, I'm
science,
good.
you don't want to go
Well
and
said.
explore this.
I'll leave that for Jeff to do the scientific work for 9 Nerd Yards.
We'll work on
You
it,
can
Jeff.
report
and
back.
we'll
We'll
report
make the
back.
sacrifice. We'll make the
Yeah.
sacrifice.
Yeah, you can figure it out. That's fine.
I don't think that we have an issue with that.
I just,
No.
I think there's some things in life.
I vote
don't-
for lopsided breasts.
I think there's
Yeah,
Now,
some
you're
things in life-
outnumbered.
lopsided ass is a different
Yeah.
question.
Ooh,
there's
that's why they
something
made the Brazilian
weird.
butt lift.
Yeah, there's some
yeah,
things in
but
life
they don't
I
get
don't
the
need to.
thighs.
I don't need to try. Like meth, a thing I don't need to try.
That
I'll
makes
leave
one
it
of
for.
us.
I'll leave it for people if they want to do that thing.
I'll report
There's
back.
some science experiments I'm not into, and I can leave them for other scientists to come along. That verse from the beginning, I think he's got a real life album coming. If you pay attention to his bars, they could appeal to the real world
That's true.
LD.
Yeah.
There's been nothing but music in this entire season.
Yes.
This
Captain
every
Cold.
episode.
I
It's
really
been
like
great.
this.
Yeah.
And there was a behind the scenes with Dave where he said he actually used some real music he was working on and brought it onto the show. So, Captain Cold, you might be onto something, and I absolutely can agree that there might be validity to that. I would love to hear an album, but I do think this is some of the work drawn from an album he was working on, and he just kind of threw it in the show.
The only thing that worries me about that is Dave. I could also see being the type of guy that's like, well, I already used it. I'm not gonna do it again.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he's going to use this. But
Yeah.
does he have music coming soon?
I sure
Who
hope so.
knows? Yeah, I do too. Number one, Mike.
Yeah.
So the last one I got, and my favorite one, it's a really quick scene, and it's how cute Els and Emma are in this episode.
Yeah. We got a
When they're
little
talking
moment.
about exactly
With the
when they're
icing?
talking about how cute, and like he goes to try to do it again, and like accidentally shoves it in her mouth, and she's like, "What the fuck?" Like, yeah, exactly. And like she seems pissed, but then they just start laughing together, and I loved it so much.
Yeah, they vibe so well. Like, I hope to see
Absolutely.
more moments of them before the season's out.
What's also
Like
true,
this.
Els is not an asshole anymore. You know, like he
Yeah.
seems like a normal, down to earth guy.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I'll say that scene made me think like, okay, so obviously like, looking for love. Maybe this entire season isn't just Dave looking for love, it's everyone.
Oh, like
Because-
the Mandalorian. Like it's not just Mando. It could be
It's a bunch
everybody's
of
a
them, yeah.
Mandalorian. We're
Exactly.
Mandalorians.
I mean, we see a bit of it with Mike in this episode. Allie, we know she's trying to figure out what she's looking for. And the best part is Gata is looking for a way to love himself.
Yeah. So it's all
good
different
point.
forms of
That's
love
good.
and growth, really. The growth
Exactly.
of love and how it
Yeah.
matures with you or
Ooh.
should mature with you as you get older.
I feel
Whether
the spirit.
that's the
I feel
same
the spirit coming on.
the
That's
same
great.
thing that you've been doing for years or you're doing
Uh-huh.
something different, you should be able to continue to evolve and grow.
Ooh.
In the same way that you love other people, including yourself, should also continue to
Preach,
evolve and
preach, preach,
Mm.
preach.
grow. So yeah, I
love
think
it.
Jeff's right. I think that's totally the vibe and the theme of this season, and they're pulling it off so
It's so great.
perfect.
It's so great.
Yeah.
All right,
Mm.
9. You got 3? You got
Okay,
2.5?
first off,
2 1/3.
I hope you take this within the spirit in which it said. Dave fucking sucks.
Yes.
I'm sorry. He is terrible.
I have a note in here that says Dave is such a bitch.
Like literally, I think I put that in the description.
Oh, shit.
Literally on the way to go grab wine and like just make a day of it. She just got here. He takes 2 puffs. Like, as much as I smoked like in the last 10 seconds here, and this motherfucker literally like, it could have been R.I.P. Lil Dicky this episode,
Right.
because he was completely out of it and could not engage. And I don't know, but I also really did think it was interesting. Let's say it's number 2.
Okay.
That he is Googling if people think that he's a bad person.
Mhm.
Oh, right.
Like,
It was like
he's a
that
liar.
on his Google. Yeah.
Yeah.
It totally is.
Because he is like, yeah.
He's so wrapped up about himself. Like,
and
he
I was
wants
just
to
like,
know.
why is Robin like just completely okay with that? You know, I kind of get it,
Yes.
but I was like, that was a little bit too fast to be like, oh, just kiss me already, you fool. Like, no, dude, like, that's weird as fuck. Like, I left you that crazy ass voicemail, and I don't know. Don't we need to talk about that just a little bit more?
Yeah, a lie is a lie is a lie.
Have you seen a rom-com? Like, they admit stuff and then they kiss. That's how that works.
I know, but for Dave, it usually doesn't turn out like that for him. And then, like,
It's
just like
not
a
the most
side
realistic.
note. Little side note is when Allie's just like, oh yeah, he loves attention.
Shit, though. Maybe that's the point, though, 9. Maybe
Yeah,
it's that
go on
she's
with
just as emotionally immature as Dave, and so that's why they kind of gel. Because you get little clues from her that she's not quite so, above board either.
I mean,
like
the fact that she forgave him so quickly when he admitted he faked his own death is kind of a red flag.
Yeah.
Why is forgiveness a red flag? Wait a minute. Why is forgiveness a red flag?
No. It's not forgiveness. It's that literally, I think less than 3 whole seconds passed before she was like, "It's cool." Like she didn't process it
for this.
Yeah, right? Like process it. Like you had a real emotional reaction to that. Like, hey, let's maybe think about this before we're just immediately like, "Oh no, that's cool."
Yeah.
Okay.
And Captain Cold here is like spot on here. I thought he couldn't get worse after fumbling Doja Cat, which was like a horror movie, right? When he had that text.
Leonard Snark gets it.
I was screaming at the TV when he was blowing it with Robin. Absolutely.
I think Film Age was going to say sort of what I was going to say. They both are toxic.
They are. Both
that's what we're
saying.
So
if you look at this, we look at the situation too. It's also situational too.
Yeah.
He's telling her like in this moment where she's already in her head running on a time clock, like, hey, like this thing happened. Like, what a time to admit something to somebody when they're running on a time clock. You're like, I don't have time to process this and I don't have time to deal with this. You're good. We've got to go to this thing though. Like the thing that was most important was not, hey, like let's have a conversation about this. It was actually that's great. But what's most important is getting, what is it? Get them to the Greek, right? Like it's getting somebody to a destination of where they need to be because like this is how people view her, right? Mm-hmm. Her concern is not about the relationship with Dave. Her concern is like, if I don't get him there, they're going to see me as like, I'm just taking him away. And like, they've already told me about the party. And like, the responsibility is now on me.
But that is so much to dump on someone too. And then like,
it is a lot.
That is so much.
When you don't know this bitch.
Speaking of getting him to the Greek, do you think that's why he freaked out in the beginning? He smoked a Jeffrey?
Yes.
He smoked a Jeffrey.
I feel like this is like get him to the Greek episode.
Should have pet furry
like,
walls, man.
Right.
He had a freak out. Like he was dropping so much acid and just had such a bad trip. Like that was an acid doobie for sure.
And he couldn't listen to her at all.
Right.
For anything. I was just like, this is just so bad. I feel like
he's so high. Has anybody been so high that like they're like, what is it? What's going on?
Right. Yeah. Like, hold on. Can you repeat the last thing?
Yeah. Do the thing again.
Ago? Right.
Yeah. I think anybody who smoked and accidentally smoked too much or didn't know their limits has definitely been there, you know.
Right.
I'm
But
sorry,
I
what
don't
were we
know if
talking
I've
about?
gotten there. I don't know if I've ever gotten there that fast, though.
Well, here's the thing. I think he was already high on the walk. I don't think
yeah.
he got high on the walk. I think he was high prior to
He's high all
said
day,
walk.
so he just added to
Yeah.
it.
I mean,
With the
Gator
largest blunt.
was smoking the entire time they were recording together. I highly doubt that Dave
Yeah.
wasn't taking a hit every once in a while.
Right. Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Anyway.
And then my number one thing here is Mike's little scene when he gets into the house. And it's a specific quote. Did you order a brick?
Brick
Bro.
I
dick.
love it.
The brick
I
hack. Yeah.
love it. Like, come on, guy.
His whole dialogue was just like, I don't know. It kept me on my toes for some reason because I'm like, where is he going with? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Not on my watch. All
First
of
of
that
all,
was just like,
I kind of want to give it up to
wow.
Mike. Just that's slick. That's some James Bond-esque, like, sort of like slickery right
I
there.
don't know,
No,
man.
I think she was just
Yeah.
way more into him than she let
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Bro, that's
Exactly.
how James Bond in the Pierce Brosnan age I used to write his lines. Don't tell me different. Like, I'm not saying it's Roger Moore, but probably Sean Connery too. Like, they wrote some like, you're a scoundrel, but the women
Yeah.
are completely into it. Of course, she's into the scene, but like, that's slick to come up with that. That's interesting. I like that.
I was feeling cringe that entire scene, man.
Sure, I'm not here for
I was
it.
laughing.
I like it though. I'm like,
yeah.
yeah, that's slick.
Yeah.
Rape
I mean, if
fantasies
she
are
likes
not
it,
something I
then
can
that's
get
great.
behind.
That's a
But
little bit crazy.
It does highlight like how fucking awkward it is if not everybody's on the same page or both people aren't good at dirty talk. That shit just like it's like a comedy routine. It just
I do like the way that she also recognized that Mike needed to be in control of something.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was like really good for him. So like once he embraced that and realized that, then he just needs to for lack of a better term, work out the kinks.
Nice.
Captain Cole, do you think Allie is no longer going to be the love interest on the show? I thought they were going to have her be the jealous ex, but I don't know anymore after this episode. Yeah, I don't think Allie is the jealous type, to be honest.
No, that's not who she is.
But I can see it still veering to like, oh, he still has love for Allie, and that might be getting in the way of things. I hope so, just because I don't want to lose Taylor as part of the show. I would have actually loved a lot more of Robin and Taylor just like kind of figuring out Dave's birthday together and seeing where that goes.
I worried when Allie showed up that it was going to turn into that. And then when they showed up at the party, I figured like when Dave and Robin were being all cutesy and shit, I figured they were going to pan to Allie looking over like wistful and like just like regret. But instead they went to Emma and the Els and just like, oh, this is sweet. And I was like,
and Allie was just having fun and like.
I think it's meant to be. I really think it's all meant to be a good time, right? Like, So
and
it all works
that
out
just
in the
made
end,
me love.
Yeah, like you
her a
don't
lot
ruin the
more.
vibes.
Mhm.
Just whatever you're feeling, you never ruin the vibes. Like
exactly. Well, unless you're a dead seal.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That's how you grow the fuck up and just do what you need to do. You know.
I'm gonna go gladly.
Let's read all these comments real
I'm
quick.
Still crossing my fingers for them to get back together. I am too. Oh, can you change your profile picture?
Oh, you look so
That's so cute.
I like that.
Cute.
I like that a lot.
Cute.
Fresh for summer.
Well, I think he was also nervous in dealing with a guilty conscience. Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah. Huh?
And
Well, wait, to go back to that real quick.
Are we
I think
referring to what part?
When he was high.
I'm gonna add to that. I think that's why he got high, and the only reason I can sort of like sympathize with this and understand that I've gotten way too drunk on going on it, like during a date. Prior to, I was like, but if I have any more, like I'm gonna be way too drunk, and I've gotten way too drunk on a date. But
Buddy, I told you, I forgive you. I still had a fun date. It's cool.
You never called me back. You never called me back.
I mean, I
damages,
don't,
man.
I don't have a phone. I don't. It's not my fault.
Anytime, Bo.
Kenya, we love it. We love it. We love you.
Thanks,
Thank
Kenya.
you.
But like, isn't that why he to the dog? That he knows? That's
Bro,
what he
don't
thought
talk
the
about
dog
that.
knew?
That's one of my ones.
Never mind. Let me shut the fuck up and
But
Blake tell us
listen
your ones.
though, the fact that he literally like went to bed, it was day, right? And then he went to
Oh,
bed.
yeah.
He slept all
Yeah.
night. Like that was that's insane. I don't know like what he
That's
was
called
hoping, but that's
it's
a
called
bit.
depression. That's called depression, first of all. Like
Yeah.
But he
I don't know.
woke up when it was pitch black out and he was still high. Like, correct me if I'm like, I haven't been high that often, but it doesn't last that fucking long, does it?
depends on how much you
Yeah,
smoke.
it depends. Like if you
Did you
smoke
do
yourself into
edibles?
a
Did
black
you-
hole
Yeah.
or you
Did you-
dab,
Well, I mean, hey, anyone in the comments, if you smoked a Jeffrey, how long does it last?
Mm.
no, that I don't know.
Need to know.
Without the furry walls.
know.
But Blake, go ahead with
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
3.
Thank you, because I want to go and then I want to come to Film Age. I think he has a really great question. We'll come to that
Mhm.
After my 3. But yes, my first one was the dog knowing, like he's like the dog knows. The way he said it though, like the way that he said that was utterly hilarious. And I think it was too, not just that he's high, but that the dog knows. It's almost like, you're in church.
The
You're like,
dog,
"Damn it."
yeah.
It's like the priest knows I sinned. Like, bro,
Right.
no. He's
Like-
looking at me, and the priest doesn't have his glasses on that day. It's like nothing to do with
I mean,
you.
he never
Right.
barks usually.
Right. The dog
He just sounds so pathetic when he's saying it.
So like a little kid. I loved it. I loved every part of that. So, and then the other one I was going to do, I'm going to scrap this one because we already touched on it, was the seal bit. Because the line that I loved was from Benny Blanco when he said, "I didn't expect there to be a dead seal. I've never even seen a real seal." And I was like, "Oh, yes, like all of us, yes."
Oh my god, I was
man.
dying. Oh.
Can
but
I ask you guys a quick question about the seal?
yeah,
Because then Benny says, "Oh, I'll just get my assistant to take care. I got an assistant who usually takes care of things like this. If you're Benny's assistant, how much
you
he got to
moving the
pay you to
seal?
move a dead seal?"
Oh,
I need double that day.
yeah. I need time and a half for sure.
Yeah,
Benny, we
yeah.
call this a bonus.
Yeah.
It's only like a couple hundred feet. Like you could move it if you're an assistant. You just drag it.
Especially depending on the time of the day with the tides.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it might be only 50 feet. It might not be that far.
Wait a minute. Go back a little bit, Nine. When Allie first gets there, I didn't notice, like,
How good
I
she
noticed
looks.
she was wearing, well, yeah, she looks very pretty. It's the color she's wearing. What color is she wearing? Dave's favorite color.
Oh yeah,
Sunset orange.
orange, yeah. Ooh, that's a good catch.
Oh,
Damn.
Yeah,
That's a very
yeah,
good catch.
girl.
Yeah,
So whether she
yeah.
bought that during their relationship because it was his favorite color, or she's wearing it because it'll make him happy on his birthday, I think it's nice.
I think she
That's
probably
what I'm saying.
just got it at Costco.
She is
Or
like amazing.
trying to get him. Yeah, she's just
She's
the
like
best.
doing the most and does not have to be doing any of that shit.
Also got a
But-
Costco
Molly.
membership. Like you need to wife her up. Like
Mhm.
that's what's going on. Yeah.
Right.
Name me something different. I'll wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, since this scene was taken from me, and I'm glad that we dug into this, so there's something else. The next one I'll move to is Dave riding the bike, and him literally
Ooh.
saying,
Pathetic.
there's two reasons that stuck out to me. First of all, he said, "Sir, homeless man," like to avoid him. That's funny, just the verbiage of it. It's also funny too because I feel Dave, and I myself am not a bike riding, phenom.
Okay.
I mean, you
Rider.
can do better than what Dave is talking
Yeah,
about.
anybody.
Exactly this quote.
No.
The
Yes.
ground
No.
is pretty
Best
impressive
crew.
as well. Like, the fact that he can like actually be on a bike, but just cannot really
no,
ride it.
right.
Dave,
It's kinda-
Dave,
Right.
I will say this: Dave is better on a bike than I am on a bike.
Oh,
And-
shit, that's a sad thing. I mean, no, that's fine. It's fine.
No, if you can judge me, that's okay. I'll just leave. Thank you, everybody, for your time.
The
And they
nervousness.
never saw money with her again.
Bye.
I think, he's back. Never mind.
Shh, everybody should. But I feel this because the last time I rode a bike was in 2011, and I was riding in a backyard, and I was really getting the hang of it. And I was going around in a big circle. It was a big backyard, big circle, and I was like, I'm really getting the hang of it. And all I had to do was move out of the way of a tree stump, and I couldn't move out of the. And I front flipped
crazy.
over the tree stump.
Were you like,
Never-
excuse
Oh my
me,
God.
giving tree?
Never been on a bike since. Never been on. Yeah,
That's-
I literally was. I'm like, I can't do this, and they're like, just exactly like the way Robin is. Just turn, just turn. I'm like, I cannot. There's not a turn on. I don't know. And then I front flipped over the tree.
That's
stump.
crazy.
This is an
Do you
actual
know how to
story.
like ride like a skateboard or like can you ride a scooter by chance?
No, nothing.
No?
Nothing with wheels, unless it's a
No.
car.
I have a car. Like that's what we do.
Yeah.
Like it's
What about
Austin. It's Texas. Like,
rollerblades?
Yeah. What about rollerblades? Nothing with wheels.
why would
huh?
I know how to ride rollerblades if I don't know how to ride a bike?
So
That
the
doesn't make any
next time
sense.
I'm in Austin, we're going roller skating. That's
And filming it for the gram.
Yeah.
I think
Is there
that's gotta be
training
a
wheels
thing.
on a rollerblade?
Yeah,
I
they're
don't
called roller skates.
No roller skates. They're the 4-wheel ones. Quads.
2 side by sides.
Rollerblades are
Wheels,
easier.
wheels.
Like
Yeah,
inline
they're
skates
super
are.
They're
Yeah,
heavy
they're a
as
lot
shit.
easier. Yeah, they're very
But,
heavy. He looks so
Mhm.
No.
scared.
Yeah.
We're not going to make you like
Fine.
roller derby on your first try.
No, we're just gonna go
Right.
to the skating
I
rink.
might hit a homeless
They're gonna play
man.
Slow
Okay,
jams.
he
and
shoulda
you can just
moved.
walk around.
Why was he sleeping on the sidewalk? That's on him.
Because it's California, first of all.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong. It wasn't just a sidewalk. It was also someone's driveway.
Yeah, it was in the middle of the street, like
Like,
middle
that
of the
guy-
curb.
He was going to have a bad day.
It's not like it's not the usual whatever spots. I have
It's
no
not
idea,
ideal.
but like it's not the ideal.
I don't know.
spot.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was my number 2. I am glad that everybody knows I can't ride a bike and wants to judge or
Mhm.
not judge me. That's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean,
Um,
let us know in the comments. Are you judging Blake? Should he learn how to ride a bike?
Yes or no? Click thumbs
Also,
up.
should we
Click
take
a
you
like.
roller skating?
Yeah, click a like. If we get 100 likes on this, I will do roller. What is it? Roller wedding?
Roller
what-
skating.
Skates.
Roller
I will
skating.
roller skate.
Like he's 90.
With-
What are those roller things you want to take
No,
me on?
I don't.
Not even like an electric scooter though.
Bro, why would
Those
I?
I won't do. I will not. No.
No,
South by
they're
Southwest.
just all
I
around
would rather
town.
walk 10
I love 'em.
miles than do
Oh,
this
look at-
I
We got a-
love those
we got a
electric
comment.
scooters
Y'all,
around
we got a
here.
Hell
comment.
no.
We got a
Oh.
comment from the
Oh, you are son of a bitch.
Damn.
We got one fan who's judging. Thanks a lot, Jeffrey.
Man, what
That
a
is your
dick.
real name. Anyways, we need to block him next chance we get.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay, the last one's going to be sort of a subtle one. We haven't talked about it. Lil Dicky has gone platinum.
No. Double platinum.
Double
Yes.
platinum.
It says double platinum. I just caught it this current watch through.
I saw it. Well, you didn't say platinum or double platinum. I'm just saying. I'm bringing it up. Like I'm glad we can talk about it now.
Hey, faking your death works, it seems.
You can go double platinum. Maybe we need all. We talked about this last week. We're going to start to fake people's deaths on here. We're all going to go platinum, and we'll have 200 million subscribers before we know it.
We just add like really shitty like fake flames, like a fake explosion in the front ground, and like we turn the camera off, but it doesn't match up properly and shit.
We use the CGI that they used from last week.
Exactly.
It got roasted on this show. I just want to let you know that.
At one point, we literally just show like the Death Star exploding and pretend it's the Banthas.
Bro. Also, we got another one in here. So there's this other person who's judging. So much judgment. Also, we are going roller skating.
Oh, that's cool. Someone else wants you to roller skate. That's interesting.
Wow, the fans are really coming out in droves
Kirsten.
right now. What?
Never seen her.
Kirsten, whoever she is.
She looks cute. Perhaps
I don't know. I feel like she could have a better hairdo.
She can get blocked too, just like Jeffrey.
I feel like she
That's
could have
all
like a
I'm
really
saying.
good hairdo going, but she doesn't in that picture.
All right, let's come back to this question real quick.
And I got a poll going now in the chat.
Shit.
Are you judging Blake?
That's what my
Real estate.
notification was.
I was wondering what that shit is.
I didn't even realize I can do polls. We should do polls more often.
Oh,
I
that's
love that
awesome.
this is how
I
you
should
learn.
admit,
This is perfect.
yeah, I should admit more. I should be more vulnerable on the podcast. We can all judge me for different things.
Yeah.
Just be a judge Blake this week. Did he do good? Did he do bad? Does he know much? Does he not know? I
I'm
don't
in
know.
for that.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out.
I got it.
All right. Phil May
75%
says-
of people are judging you, by the way.
Wow. Everybody's. I feel like only 3 people have voted, and they've all gone that way. All right. Film Age says, do y'all think we are building toward a major fall? I have a feeling the season will end with us hating Dave. In what way? I want to know in what way.
Without any further, I'm going to say no. I think there'll be a major fall in the sense that I don't think Dave and Robin are going to work out, but I don't think we're going to hate Dave for it. I think it's going to be like, did you ever watch Scrubs back in the day?
Yeah, I love Scrubs.
You remember when JD breaks up with Mandy Moore's character?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, man, I did it again. You guys were right. I was totally going to do it. They're like, no, man. She never wanted kids. You absolutely do. Like, obviously that wouldn't work out. This is a good reason to break up with someone. I think something's going to happen between Dave and Robin, and it'll end up being something like that. Where, like, Dave is going to be really down on himself, but they're going to be like, no, actually, this is still healthy, and you're still moving in a good direction.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I like that.
Or maybe it's just that's exactly what I hope, because, like, Dave is giving me hope this season.
You want him to be back with Allie? That's what's going on?
Evolve?
I want him to be back with Allie, but I don't know if he'd be good back with Allie.
I think that's a move the hell forward type of situation, and let each person find their own happy and breathe for once.
And then one of them go to the other one's wedding, get really depressed, write a song about it, things like that.
I'll say this. Having Allie walk in, and when she was talking with Robin, like, it just appears like she knows Dave so well. Like, and the ins and outs, the nooks and crannies, the nitty and the gritty, like, she knows all the things about him. So if, like, they got back together, like, I just don't think I don't think it would be foreign. I don't think it would be a bad thing. Like, it's and they do that on purpose, right? To be like, well, remember Allie because she knows Dave so well.
Absolutely.
So much she's wearing his favorite color, at his
But why wouldn't she, Like, they were in a literal relationship, like a serious one. They lived
right. Yeah, absolutely. Like, she would know him, but like, it's just made like they're using the scene that way to like let us know. Like,
well, especially I mean, Robin's here. Robin didn't even know it was Dave's birthday this week.
It's Robin's season. We all know this.
It's Robin's season. Wow.
But I mean, like, so like even just little things like that is also showing the difference in, like. You're supposed to not think they're compatible because, like, Robin doesn't even know it's Dave's birthday. Allie knows so much about him that, like, it's just coming off natural for her. I think that was very much done on purpose.
Yeah, I think so too. But I also think it's really stupid because they just met like 2 weeks ago.
Yesterday,
yeah.
And they've only met in person for what?
Twice.
Not even
this is the second time.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I already hate Dave, so. I don't know how.
Fuck Dave. Fuck him forever.
Yeah.
He's
gonna just end up just doing 2 girls wrong and just blowing it all. And I'll be like, that tracks.
At the core of Dave, and it shows very much like when things aren't going his way, and like he scrapes his knee, like, and this will add to the point of this. Is Dave still at the core of it? He's a crybaby. He's a diva. Like,
oh my god,
things are not going his way. He's like, we can't do your way. I'm not even going to give in. I'm not going to compromise. Like, I've got to do it this. I know my way. I know the way that I do it, and I know how things work. Like, I've got to do it my way. And almost it's even, I think, gotten maybe raised up in that, like, where he's gotten better in a lot of areas. This area's level has raised up a little bit by being single. Like, this might be doing more damage in that area than it is being a healing process.
Yeah, because he's just spinning out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, bro, like, when's the last time you remember being in a relationship-ish where you're dating somebody, like, seriously and not just hooking up on tour? Like, do you remember how to, like, act? Do you remember that relationships are work? They are compromised, and it's not your way all the time. But when you're used to your way all the time, you really don't even think about those things.
Yeah.
Also, like, even like the her way of it was, you have to go to the beach with a pretty girl. Chill the fuck out, man. It's not that big of a deal. Like you're freaking the F out. Okay, she's even offering, like, let's just get an Uber. Whatever, it's not a big deal. Like, and that was too much for him. And it's like, dude, a gorgeous girl that for some reason is into you is just saying like, hey, let's go sit on the beach together. And that's too much for him. Like, no, man,
Right.
you're such an ass.
Right. I don't know. It's just after like him getting completely obliterated the first day that she's coming by. I'm like, she's traveling across the country to be with you, and
totally blowing up whatever plans they had as soon as she arrived. Like,
right.
That's always a hilarious situation.
Even I guess she did have fun though. It did look like she was having fun, just vibing out. It's not the worst place to just be left alone at in that new ass.
I love that she can entertain herself. She was like, "Fuck it."
Yeah, right.
Well, like, why wouldn't you?
And speaking of her entertaining herself, during that whole scene, you know what my thought was? Why does Dave have so many books? Dave doesn't read that much.
Right?
It was definitely like part of the architectural design team.
It came with the house. Yeah,
he's got a literal Beauty and the Beast library ladder, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean that's some baller shit. I do like that. I do like the design of his house.
He's got an actual dictionary.
It's the same reason. Yeah, it's the same reason that like you see every Ty Lopez motivational video. He's in a library and they're like, "You don't even own the house. What are you talking about?"
Right? Yeah.
What are you doing?
Ty Lopez. Now that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
You may
used to
never
be on
get
all of like the YouTube.
The YouTube commercials, like, "Hey guys, give me 5 minutes of your time. Listen, let me tell you real quick how we can earn some passive income. I'm gonna just grab this notepad over here and just show you." I've watched this too many times.
It'll be like a 30-second ad too. Like not 30-minute ad, I should say.
Yeah, he'd be like, "Listen, just give me 5 minutes of your time, and then 25 minutes on top of that 5 minutes. We call that
right.
time." That's all I want to say.
I'll tell you how to rock it. Let me see here. We got some more. Let me check this poll actually. So we have 8 votes. 8 votes. And it is 75% yes. You are getting judged. 25% no. So
I'm glad.
I think
that's interesting. So the no's are Blake and who else?
I'm gonna go with producer Terry, maybe. But I feel like he's a hater. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a total hater. He totally voted yes.
Well, especially being in Japan and all the bikes there, he's gonna judge you.
We're gonna end that poll, start a new one. And that's going to be, should Allie and Dave get back?
Ride a bike together. Yeah.
Ride it back together. Yeah.
I do want to say this too. It's interesting. First of all, let me run this back. I got sent an article this morning or this afternoon from my friend Brittany, who the article talks about Chloe Bennett and Dave being friends. Prior to like even the show starting, like they've been friends for a while, and like it absolutely makes sense in like the acting chemistry that comes across. Like it's like I always like I'm like, oh, Chloe Bennett's a good actor, but I'm like even more like I'm like, oh, okay, this adds a whole nother layer to.
They have already known each other, so like it comes easy to them to do.
Makes sense.
It flows.
Yeah.
So. Something that that article, by the way, thank you for sending it because it gave me 2 thoughts. The first one is, do you think that made it extra weird for Chloe and Dave that they're like 1 kissing, but then 2 like they were basically naked in that scene together, and they've been friends for a while? Do you think as actors that just makes it weird?
No.
Next time we get together, we'll get naked and then just see if it makes it weird.
Oh, buddy, you know those nights you passed out. We'll talk off mic. We'll talk off. But then also, so the interesting thing about them being friends brings up an interesting connection that I never understood before. The Molly music video. Logan Paul's in it.
Oh,
Logan and Chloe used to date.
Yeah.
Oh.
I wonder.
Drama.
I wonder. All the dots are connected. We've got the documents prove that Chloe Bennett and Lil Dicky have been friends for a very long time. We already know.
Blake, be careful. He's Alex Jones is going after people that are faking his voice, AI in his voices now. So you gotta be careful, buddy.
Is that real?
Oh yeah. Someone. because someone recorded it. They called up Alex Jones, and they deep fake AI generated Tucker Carlson's voice.
Oh no!
Talking about like next time we hang out, let's like maybe I don't know, like just flick each other's nipples, like see what goes on, and like they recorded Alex Jones being like, I mean, like we can do that. I guess we can, and then he just put it out to the world, and Alex Jones was not happy. It's awesome.
I should just call Alex Jones and be like, Alex Jones, this is Alex Jones from the future. I just want you to know that we've got a lot of problems going on.
He just thinks he's hearing his own thoughts.
Yeah. If you're Alex, I'm Alex. Who's Alex? He's like pointing at each other like Spider-Man. Like, listen.
Like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Nothing's good about misinformation about falling for a prank call. That's pretty hilarious.
Wow.
He fell for the prank call. So wait, was he into Tucker Carlson flicking his nipples? Is that why he's mad? Because it was false promises.
So again, it was actually Alex Jones on the call.
Hey, Alex, it's Tucker. Do you have a minute to talk?
Absolutely.
No.
You busy right now, or you got a second to talk?
I just jumped out. What's going on, brother?
You busy right now, or you got a second to talk?
No, I just left a meeting with my wife. Go ahead.
I was thinking we could do a show together where we're topless and we suck each other's nipples and sort of play with them a bit. It would be a comment on gender
really
roles,
great idea.
sort of a funny parody thing. Alex,
Well,
they
you
took
gotta
my
do it at
Bobby tie. What the fuck,
Infowars.com.
man?
You got Infowars.com. You got to do, brother.
What the fuck,
Please
man?
send that to the group chat.
So like when I heard about this, I figured someone
That's
just
insane.
AI deepfaked both their voices, but no, they just deepfaked Tucker Carlson's. And that's actually Alex Jones responding to it.
He thought it was a good idea. Like, that's why he's mad. He was like,
I think it's a great idea.
It's a great idea. I'll tell you what. It's for
You got to do the Infowars.
On Infowars.com. We got to do it on Infowars.com, brother. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Jesus
so
Christ.
amazing. I heard about this, I think, on Monday, and I was like, I'm going to hold it in. I'm going to hold it in to tell Blake on air.
That's great. This is the best. This is the best. This is things I need to know.
this made the weekend.
You've made my 3-day weekend. It's going to be great.
I just love that.
All right, let's get back to this. Dave and Robin, knowing each other, how, again, bringing the real life, like, sort of background that they have into this. There's a lot going on. She's going to be with him she's going to live with him for 2 weeks, right? That was it.
2 weeks, yeah.
Bro, and
it was a 2-week arrangement, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And let's think about
Because
how long
both Benny and Gate are like 2 weeks. Like,
that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So wait.
A spot.
So should she be going to the Met Gala? I think next episode is Met Gala.
It's the Met Gala.
Next episode is Met Gala.
That will be very interesting.
I don't think we'll see her. I don't. I think it's because I think it's jumping around time a bit. Because I mean, like Dave's had enough time since he came back from the dead to go double platinum and be on like obvious like talk shows and stuff. I think this is over a month since his.
I think he went
literally.
I think he went platinum on the one day, like on the first day. Though.
This has literally been. They reference it. It's literally been a month.
Yeah,
a month. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So we have a month from that, and then let's fast forward a little bit. Like let's go from there to the Wisconsin episode. That was episode 4, right? 4.
Come here, IMDb.
Okay, IMDb me.
Come here, IMDb.
IMDb me, Scotty. Let's do it.
All right. Episode 4.
Okay.
So this is 3 episodes later.
3 episodes later, right? So we have a month between this and 6. So what is the time between 6 and Wisconsin?
I mean, you could say 2 months.
Could you?
What month are they even in?
No one knows. It's LA.
Okay.
Could be anything. Well, no. We can know this. What? Hang on a sec. I can figure this out.
What day is his birthday? It's his birthday. We got to.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, that's.
And then
March 15th.
It was like.
Okay. All right.
This fucker's 2 years younger than me.
Yeah, he's my age.
That
he's my
doesn't
age.
track. That doesn't track. I swear to God, like last week, it was May because we were looking at the phone message.
So then he's got a fake birthday? instead of his real birthday.
He's got
on
a
the
show
show.
birthday.
Right.
He's got a show
I mean, like,
birthday.
I don't see Dave doing his birthday different on the show.
No.
This is about what I
And the Met
remember.
Gala is typically in May, unless they
I'm gonna have to
fudge
try
it
to
up
find
to
it.
be in April. Like, I mean, you could move the timeline just for the sake of the show.
All right, let's get some landmarks and judge some shadows based on the time of day. I think we can figure this out, guys.
Clearly, it's a 5 o'clock shadow. We all
Maybe
know
she
this.
extends her trip.
I gotta be.
I don't see her going to the Met Gala with him. Is my thing.
I bet Met
Okay,
Gala
okay.
is Met Gala next episode for sure, or is
Yes,
that like
yeah.
okay?
Honestly.
Yeah, the next episode is Met Gala. Episode 9 is Dream Girl, and episode 10 is Looking for Love.
Ooh.
Okay, so I think we're definitely going to get a lot of Robin in the next
Yeah, the
3
next 2 episodes.
Maybe not exactly Met Gala, but I think there's going to be some Allie and Robin decisions to make. And let me check on that poll. Currently, okay, only 4 votes so far. Should Allie and
Get those
Dave get
votes
back
up.
together? Yes, no, stay with Rob. And that's at stay with Rob is at 50% right now.
So 2 people.
So,
All right.
yeah, get those votes up, guys. You see the poll.
Those are rookie numbers.
There
Let's
and
get
let us
the
know.
numbers
Yeah.
up.
Right.
Hit
So
the
get
like
ready to
button.
vote.
Annihilate that like button for us.
Right. Speaking of annihilate, can we talk about Mike and his love story for once?
God.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ugh.
This is great.
Absolutely. Let me,
This is great.
Yeah, Jeff seems
Also-
reluctant, but let's get into it.
Also, I think we can reach out to the actress that played her because she only has like 4,000 Instagram followers. I think we could have her on.
Not judging. We have like 10 Instagram followers. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah,
Call us on
So-
Instagram.
let's get to 11 today.
We're putting
your job.
we're putting hits out on Instagram.
Do your jobs.
I think it's
His ADD. That's
Inga Cardinal.
He was-
That is her.
I love this interaction though
Gorgeous.
with how
silly putty.
the silly putty. Yeah.
can open it. Yeah. Just have to be able to control,
Yeah.
You know, not, I can't control Dave. Ava. I can't control anything in my life. He's
I think that's where she picked up.
Like
on
she
it.
was just like, okay,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm about to ruin this guy's life.
Yeah, you can see the
Annihilate
light in
this
her
guy's
eyes.
life. Yeah.
So I wrote down a question, and then I also had a question for the group. One,
Okay.
based on what she tells him there, would you go to her place? Would you accept the proposition and go to her place?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would too.
Mhm.
It's
Right? Yeah.
like I was like, dude, that is the dumbest idea. Why the fuck would you go there? But I was like, oh, I totally would have gone.
But I'll be there.
I didn't even think it was a dumb
Yeah, I'm not
idea.
there. It's not even a dumb
I
idea.
was like, it sounds great. Yeah. I mean,
And then 2, did anyone else? I didn't
11?
get rape fantasy from that. Did you guys?
no. I got
No.
like like a kinky situation. Like somebody's
Yeah.
gonna be the top and bottom. Somebody's,
Yeah,
the
there was
dom
clear
and the
like
sub here,
kink and some
Yeah.
dominance play going,
but
like,
not break into my house and act like you were going to pin me down and do me dirty. Like
Yeah.
I didn't get any of that.
Brick me down and
Brick.
what was it? Was it
annihilate.
Annihilate
Oh,
me.
I thought you were gonna say abolish. I'm like, I don't know if I
Right.
use that in the bedroom.
That's
That's
not-
uncomfortable.
Whatever they want to do.
We're gonna do this together.
great.
Right?
Great. I think I'd like to get coffee with you sometime.
She's like, I'd like to get coffee.
She
I'm
gets
going to
that.
be a dom, and then we're going to do a little role play. And he's like, yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I was asking about.
That's what
Yeah.
coffee means.
Right? Yeah.
Sure.
I'm a little surprised Mike put it out there with the coffee because like that took some courage to ask her out like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have pegged Mike for coffee or for coffee
Come on,
for that kind of courage.
Yeah.
Maybe she's just trying to peg Mike. Who knows?
Mm.
He's like, annihilate
What?
you for coffee?
Playing and blurring lines between consensual and non-consensual. So,
Oh, okay. So
Oh,
I missed
yeah, I
that
guess.
part.
Yeah.
guess I just
So she
didn't-
kind of
Yeah.
says it right there.
I skated right over that.
But still doesn't. It's still even with that.
It
didn't
doesn't- it doesn't
say
go to
rape
detail.
Right here
though,
is
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, easy to get in.
It would be easy to get in. Like,
That sounds
Yeah.
sexual though.
Yeah, like
I mean,
Yeah, I just
But-
had a
not
different
necessarily
way.
get in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she said 11 p.m. Here's my address. It's going to be easy to get in. After saying I want to be blurring the lines between consensual and non-consensual, I feel
Roleplay.
like
you
you
can do
definitely
that
know
without
what's
it feeling
going
break
on.
in. But
I
yeah,
didn't
you
know
can-
what's going on.
No, because you
So
can totally
if
do
you
that
say it's
without
going to be
breaking in.
easy to get in, then it's like, what
I don't
else
need to do
would that
anything.
mean?
It's easy to get in.
Right? Yeah, I'll have the door open. Come on in, like instead of me having to buzz you in and shit, like the gate's open.
I took it as sexual, but yes, I that
Just
also
call
that.
me while
Like logistically is how I took
she would
it.
say something like, "Call me
There's
when
logistics
you,
in sex. Yeah.
call me
There are.
when you get there,"
That's
you
true.
know, or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I
honest,
feel
Exactly, but
uh,
that's how I took it. Is that he didn't have to call her and be like, "Hey, I'm at the gate. Can you open the gate?"
She's
It'll
like,
be
no.
easy to get in because I'm going to leave the door unlocked. Just come on in,
right?
make yourself at home. I'll be
her,
there.
her wording seemed very precise to lean toward.
That's
Like
true.
I could see how he got that
Yeah.
implication.
I just that's one of the few things that are hard no every time.
Yeah, I would not be able to follow through like he did. I don't think.
I
he
think-
But I
pivoted very
would
well.
pick out. I would be like texting before and it's like, wait, so did you mean this or like what are you
Yeah.
talking about here?
You
No,
I'm sliding through,
I-
but
a
like
fake
I
break
think
in
ju-
is definitely different than a hand on the throat. Like there's
Mhm.
layers and levels where you're like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, we really need to have a serious discussion on how this goes so that nobody later then goes to jail.
But
right.
I think Mike is at the point where instead of communicating, he just doesn't want to fumble the bag. And how many of
Yeah.
us have been there
Which
where
I
you just
get.
don't want to you just don't want to fumble the bag. So you kind of like, I think I do this thing and like I think it goes this way and like
Mhm.
I'm not sure. Like then finally he's just you got to break and be like I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm doing. Like yeah.
Again, he
Um,
pivoted very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. But he was just trying to not fumble the bag at that point.
Right, yeah.
Oh yeah. Which
Yeah.
if I were him
Kudos.
and
yeah.
I were there and realized what was going on, I'd be like, oh
Yeah.
God, no, don't. I don't want to do that, but I don't want this to not happen.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he handled it very well and still transitioned it into a way that they could both enjoy the situation without it being an uncomfortable thing for anybody. So I think it was masterfully handled. Because
Yeah, absolutely.
the mace was a little much. Take the mace out of my hand and tell me
The
to put it
mace
in my
was
mouth.
a
I was
bit
like,
much.
Tell me to suck the mace.
what if it goes off? Like you don't want that.
Kenya.
First of all,
Yeah.
I'm gonna star it.
Milking table 2.0.
Ain't no discrimination on the milking table. I want you to know
Right, yeah.
that.
And we're not
Everybody can
happy
get
about that,
milked.
are we?
No.
Now we are.
No,
Now
we're
we
not.
are.
We are now, but we're in the moment.
Dave's gonna have to park on the street, guys. Oh,
Also,
Yeah.
how beautiful is this house? Let's
It's
I was
round
saying,
it
it's
out
like
right
a lot of nice architecture here.
I like the outside of the house.
This is what you were talking about, Mr. Triangle.
Yep.
If your brother wants to know if you'll be visiting this week, and he kind
Absolutely.
of has to like take care of this whole thing. And we know that like he was wanting to deal with the whole Dave R.I.P. Little Dicky situation before or get off tour, I should say,
Mhm.
before he deals with his father. So I wonder if he's still been pushing that back, or if he has been going. I figured that his father is in Boston, right?
No,
I don't think Mike's
No,
from
he's
Boston.
in LA.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
They
he's in
moved him to a
LA.
facility, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I think
Oh yeah,
that-
no, that tracks because we know that his dad was like the financial officer
Yeah.
at his company or whatever, and he was working with
I
his
think
dad.
he's still putting it off, and that's why he's been acting out
Yeah.
and like
Mhm.
kind of lashing out. Is because he's uncomfortable and he's boiling to the surface because he is pushing off this responsibility he does not want and has to have.
Mhm.
Agreed. I also think, I don't know if we've talked about this before, but I think that with Mike and his father, I think they're very closely mirroring Andrew Santino's actual role with his dad when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
Because he had
Okay.
a very absent dad and a very verbally abusive dad
Yeah.
when he was a kid. And I think they're alluding to that with Mike and his dad, you know?
Interesting.
For sure.
Oh, show.
I'm gonna play this little clip here.
Yes, do it. I can see what's going on, and I like it.
Mhm.
Lay your brick on us. Lay your brick on us, Nine.
What?
Ready to be scrutinized.
Ready?
Memorable, but I don't remember.
How many takes do you think that took?
Come on, man.
How do you not break out laughing when you come out
Oh
ready to scrutinize?
I will
That
be
is-
using that line.
Sexy terror things to yell at someone.
If anybody wants to scare us in the YouTube comments, just be like, "Do you want to be scrutinized?
Are you ready to be scrutinized?
Ooh,
That's
do you want to be
all we're
maced?"
I'm
on our
definitely going
social
to be
media forever.
Then right after
using
that,
all of these lines.
he used to be in love with women with lopsided breasts.
Mhm.
He was obsessed.
Oh yeah, I will. Come on.
Come on, strong.
Bro,
Bro,
literally,
come on.
what you're like, bro.
Want me to suck at the first place?
He should have done a bit more research on his end. I don't know if he.
I don't think so.
No, I think that
No
there's
idea
like,
what he's doing.
You
Yeah.
mean Mike should have? I thought you meant Andrew
Yeah.
Santino. No,
Oh,
I think
right.
Andrew.
No, I think Mike. Yeah, his. Because
I'm so glad that he didn't. Yeah.
Can you
Much
imagine how hard Santino's wife must laugh watching this scene?
Oh, endlessly.
Don't tell me to be a man. I am being a man. I'm just Jesus.
I don't want to go with it.
What the?
Let's end there.
I feel you, Mike.
Oh,
I feel you, buddy.
Yeah, I don't want to go with it. I was actually talking about when I said beautiful house. It was on my screen and you couldn't see it. The beginning of the Dave episode where we see his new house, and
Which,
it's
season
incredible.
2?
It's his,
Or
That
what?
interior courtyard.
Or
I like
this-
this one better than season 2's house.
I do like
Yeah.
this. Well,
I do
but
the
this is
same
his
thing.
house. Like he
He
put
owns
down
it.
like, a payment for this. Like
Did you know
You
you
don't
only
have
have to put down 20%?
right, you don't.
Right.
Yeah, mortgage.
Like what? Yeah, that's how
You only
mortgages
you
work.
only have to be you only have to be so rich.
Kirsten, what's the
Kinda
best
rich.
deal that you can get us? Do I have to put 20% down?
On a 9 mansion.
On a 9
yeah.
mansion as a first
What are
time
you going to be
buyer, depends on the
valuing?
state.
What are you going to be valuing this at for a 9 nerd yards discount right here? This house.
Like,
Shit. You know what? You couldn't even do that if you tried, because an appraiser would come in and be like, that and it's illegal.
I mean, I'll give you like $80.
We pulled together.
Wow. Money bags.
I mean, come on. You know what? You don't got to pay for it all right away. Just put a
You
little
better
down.
have at least
Right.
3% additionally for your closing costs, because that doesn't include your down money.
I mean,
That's
if
just
$80 is all I got to do, then yeah, I can do an extra 3%. Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
let me talk to
3% of that, yeah.
you let me talk to the previous owners, I'm very convincing, and I could be like, listen, we can give you a lot of shots out on 9 nerd yards
Mhm.
if you
Yeah.
cover the closing
Yeah,
costs.
okay, so y'all are
Right.
going to rent forever, right?
This is America. Of course, I'm gonna rent forever.
Well, everybody
Hey,
is. This shit's expensive right now for no reason. And the interest rates, fuck that.
I'm really
federal
only going to
government.
be doing 9%.
Oh.
Let's talk about this rap at the
The
beginning.
9-finger discount.
The 9-finger discount.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Where's the other
Oh,
one?
wow.
You'll find it later. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's talk
You know-
about this.
You know where it is.
Here. They always looking like they're winging it. I've been planning every meal. Got me
Dude,
sipping
sick song.
beer. No,
Yeah.
I need some water and ideas. I gotta start to make it clear. I'm kind of peeping all the fallacy. I'm powered by the people doubting me. I had to eat it like a ton of calories, and the analogy is that I'm blowing up, but I've been carrying this weight. Fuck right, all of it sucked.
Right?
I shit on them records. I thank everybody who saw the potential in me.
It goes hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
good.
bop
Too.
every time he has a new song on the show. I like bop while I'm watching
Mhm.
it.
Oh, hell
Yeah.
It's good shit. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Song
really.
always a bop. It's always a bop when it
Do,
comes
do you
on.
think that's the verse for the Robin song?
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, I don't know if it's totally correct.
I shit on them records It's probably not.
I would sit down and conversate with every creator and try to debate them. I know it's subjective, but it's my objective to do it so well that it's not.
Yeah,
That's
that
tough.
could be. I could see that,
Yeah, that's
Jeff.
good.
I'm not mad at it if that's the.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I also
Absolutely.
love just the cinematography of that, walking through
Yeah.
the house to him and then slowly panning
A
around him.
360, a 360
Yeah.
Really
pan.
well
I
done.
loved how like it revealed that Gata and Benny were there too.
Yeah.
Like, it was
So great.
a good.
See that little afro? I was like, Benny's there.
Right? Gata's got some
this
chains
was, like,
back. It's all
really
good.
Awesome.
Right.
I gotta do this thing.
This house is just.
And that
gorgeous.
beat is fire too.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
this is
this all one take?
Kanye West type of beat.
It
I
looks
would
like
say.
it's kind of a one taker. Yeah, maybe two.
Is it a Kanye beat?
I know they probably think I'm
Because
It feels like an Alchemist or like Ninth Wonder
Yeah.
type,
older by the minute.
which is
I don't
similar.
see
but-
like a track on the ground for them to follow him around with, you know?
I'm just going
That's
by
true,
the
yeah.
sample that they're using.
Yeah.
It seems like definitely something like Kanye would mix up.
Maybe as early.
Man,
stuff,
L's
yeah.
is making some good beats.
Beer, and I don't even fuck with beer.
Yeah, this is a single shot.
Yeah, that's a winner until
Yeah.
it cuts the
Uh-huh,
Gata.
uh-huh.
Until it cuts the Gata right there. Yeah.
Yep. Which also,
That's
I mean,
cool. Yeah.
yeah, man.
Yeah, they've
That's
been using a lot of winners or like pretty long shots for this, which is good. It's good.
Everything about this show, I mean, the cinematography, the writing, the acting, I mean, all of it's just fit.
Yeah.
The lighting, even the costumes.
Yeah.
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 This is such a good show. Like, it's, man, more people need to get on Dave.
Mike,
They really
I want
do,
you to
yeah.
tell me how good this show is. I want you to look up what the IMDb score is for this episode.
I mean, I've already got it. Do you guys want to guess first?
Yes,
I want to
do.
guess.
All right.
Guess
what,
for it.
what do we got?
Guess that score.
Yeah, there's no bands this game, okay?
Ooh. I'm gonna say it got a 9.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I'm gonna go 8.7.
Okay.
9.
I'll go like 7.8.
Okay.
Okay.
There are 3 episodes in the season above this one.
Okay.
This was rated an 8.6, and all 3 of those episodes were an 8.7.
Wow.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I
Wow.
was very close.
Well,
though. Very
well,
Yeah. That's
I
surprising.
want to know how it switched up because, you know, every time we rank these, there's only a few votes, right? How many votes are on this one? Like 50? Probably?
We got 49 right now,
Okay.
and it has not changed since I checked it this afternoon, which usually they
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm only going from last week because it was like 50 last week. How many are on last week's now?
All right, so now last week's, which is currently at an 8.2. There was 160 last week.
Okay.
Now the ones with an 8.7 are episode 5, The Storm, 3 Hearsay, and 2 Harrison Ave. Harrison Ave currently has 338 votes. So
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like that's a pretty definitive.
I think- yeah, I
what
think that's gonna be
about
sticking.
what about Hearsay?
Hearsay has 286,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
The Storm 255.
Okay.
Now I will say the one coming in just below this with 237 votes is Wisconsin at an 8.5.
Okay.
By the
Mhm.
way, like the lowest rated this season is the first episode, and that's an 8.0.
And I can see that. Yeah.
It's incredible. This has been
This is
about
a-
an
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
8 to
Yeah.
9 like season so far. Like,
agreed.
and every episode has been. I just felt like every episode is just better and better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm so
Yeah, I
excited for
would
these next
agree
3.
that the first episode is the weakest of this season.
Oh,
It
then
is.
it
Yeah.
gets
I'll
100%.
fully agree with
completely
that.
kicked
Yeah.
up.
But the thing is, we only know that because there's other amazing episodes. Like,
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
so while I got IMDb up, do you guys want to hear the quick one-sentence IMDb descriptions for the next 3 episodes?
Yes.
Because I'm excited.
yes.
I do. Do you also
Episode-
have episode titles?
Episode 8, Met Gala. Dave attends his first Met Gala, while Gata attends his first mental health panel.
Wow.
Oh,
Right?
That's actually dope. Yeah.
I'm so excited for that.
Yeah.
Episode 9,
Oh, we got it
Dream
here.
Girl. Dave
Go for
straddles
it.
the line between reality and fantasy as Emma's tour documentary is finally complete.
Ooh.
Wow.
That's pretty dope. That's
And
pretty
then
dope.
episode 10, Looking for Love, Dave's quest for love reaches its epic conclusion.
Ooh.
Mm,
I mean, each title gets me excited. Each description gets me excited. This is the season. This is the season where Dave hit his stride.
Yeah.
I feel like they really knew what they were doing and going for this season. And the budget is definitely increased. We can see that with just them adding in special effects. Even though the bus explosion,
Bro, that bus
whatever
was
was
garbage.
crazy.
Well, I mean, they
was weird, but,
they spent so much money buying so many albums of Peanut that reached double platinum. So
right, yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right, well, let's round this out. Kirsten, any final thoughts as we sort of head out of here?
Again, like I said before, I'm excited to see more of Robin and kind of how Dave chooses to grow in respects to this new relationship, because I feel like she kind of pushes his boundaries, but she's kind of the same person as him, just a little bit softer about it. So maybe that will either push them to grow together and become, better, different people, or he'll just backslide into straight Lil Dicky hell and piss Nine off even more. So we'll have to see. Bless you.
Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens.
Fingers and toes crossed.
That's right. Bless you. All right, Mike Triangle, you sneezed your way to going next.
All right.
What's your final thoughts?
I got two. One.
Okay.
So, like, we talked about how cute and sweet what Dave got for Robin was.
Yeah.
But how about what Robin got for Dave? She got him an elephant.
Oh,
Elephant.
Yeah. And he was
really
genuinely
sweet.
excited. Yeah.
Absolutely. Although I think it's a little funny that so she got it, but now Dave needs to pay for like the medicine and food and stuff. I think that's funny. But more importantly, guys, Gaeta went 20 years without jacking it.
Oof, that is crazy.
But he
was hooking up that
insane.
much.
Yeah, he didn't need
20
to.
years.
Yeah.
Still crazy.
Sure.
Even if you were hooking up that much, you'd still jack it though, like as a normal person.
Evidently
I don't
not.
think I don't think you would need to.
He calls a girl over to do that.
Yeah. Real quick.
Yeah, I was going to get to this for my.
Whoops. What's the opening song? We don't know. It's an untitled Lil Dicky project. It's just for the show.
I mean, that's the thing. The way these are going, we're not reusing anything.
Yeah.
Dave is giving us his music it's a lot like with Atlanta, when like a lot of times we had songs they made for the show.
Just for the show, yeah.
Dave's absolutely doing that too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. 9. Closing words, final thoughts.
For me, let's see here. The poll. So should Allie and Dave get back together? It's at 9 votes here.
Ooh.
And it's actually a split because it's only 11% at yes. 44% no, and the same amount, 44% says stay with Robin. So it's kind of split between people that would Robin? Want, either. So no one really wants Dave to get back with Allie, but it seems like the audience is unsure if they want them, Robin and Dave, to actually stay together.
I'll be honest. For me, it's that I don't want Allie to get back with Dave.
Because Dave sucks. Yeah.
Allie deserves better.
Yeah. Well, backsliding's never. It 9 times out of 10, you just figure out the same old problems you had before.
Yeah, have not been resolved.
But now they're fresh again because you've been apart.
Right. Yeah.
So now that you explained it that way, no, do not get back together, Allie and Dave. Like, don't. Or should I say, Allie, don't get back together.
I haven't closed the poll yet, so you can still. Oh, it actually just went to 10 votes. Stay with Robin 50%. So that seems to be the winning conclusion. Unless we have some other people that want to chime in.
People
Polls
want
right
Robin
there,
to hurt too.
Go ahead. Right. Dave should be single until he stops having visions of Anne Frank.
Right.
Because that boy needs help.
Or have some visions. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay with that.
Blake, what about you? What were your final thoughts?
My final thought was the show overall seems to me like this was like the first episode where in a while I was like, I actually have to do a little homework. Like it doesn't rely on the jokes. It doesn't put the jokes first and then the story second. It puts the story first and then the jokes come along with the story.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that about this particular episode. I had to go searching for like, I didn't want to just name out scenes, right? When we bring up our top 3, I wanted to name out lines, but it wasn't just naming out a line. Like you have to go to the next line and the line after that. And it's the whole encompassing scenario.
Yeah,
that
not
is,
a lot of one-liners.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, like this is a beautiful episode to show evolution of like what the show can be.
It's the dialogue, not the line, almost.
Yeah. And it was beautiful. It was beautiful too to see Gata being Gata, Benny being Benny, Dave being Dave, like good and bad, right? Like,
Mike being who knows what.
Mike finally getting into some shenanigans. We wanted a Mike like centric episode. We might not get it. This might be the closest plot line though that we get this season. That's like Mike's off on his own adventure. He's like abducting people in their homes and stuff. It's weird.
I think we will get resolution to whatever's going on.
Yeah, I think we see something like that.
I could see that next episode, like cutting from Gata dealing with the mental health stuff to Mike dealing with his dad's mental health stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we see, Allie is still around, but she's cool with everything, right? We see like Dave's parent, like everybody sort of does the role that they're meant to play and meant to do. And again, it's just story focused and not just like, hey, let's throw a dick joke in there so that way we can all laugh. Even it's funny, but like the story, the show's less reliant. It's becoming less and less reliant on that, and more like this is a show about with characters and like a show that's actually telling a story. So let's do that first. And I really saw the evolution of that in this episode.
That's true.
I like that.
Yeah. So that's my final note. Let's scoot on out of here. Let's boot scoot boogie. Kirsten, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you and talk about anything else Dave related or just like want to nerd out with you?
I'm glad you asked. You can find me on Twitter, Kirsten Cobb1, Kirstyn Cobb, COBB like the salad 1, or Instagram. I'm on there a lot, Kirsten_Cobb1. Again, I don't know why I throw the 1 in there. There's not a lot of Kirstyn Kirstens. Anyway. I'm also on Facebook. I'm on Mastodon for some odd reason. I'm on Letterboxd. You can also read some of my reviews, like my horribly, horribly mean Morbius review. Jump on.
Are there not mean ones?
Yeah, they're nice
ones. I saw some really actually favorable ones, and it was fucking hilarious. Like, I don't know what movie they were watching. But you know,
I feel like
it's okay to like the movie.
You should record an episode and just read the nice ones, and we can all have a laugh.
Right? You know what? I think we should. A little mini 9 Nerd Yards episode.
Yeah.
Morbid time.
Right? But yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Everybody go follow Kirsten. If you don't like the salad, you can like the person. It's all about the Cobb. Mike, a.k.a. Jeff, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you about what's going on in your world?
Well, you can always try Skyping me, Don Cheadle's driveway at littletakey2.com. It's because of the
hackers.
Yeah, it's because of hackers.
Obviously. You can try and find me on Facebook, Jeff Madel, Madl. You can try and find me on Instagram at MadelJeff. Or if you're in Austin, just walking around town, maybe you'll see me out and about. And but probably not this weekend because I'm probably just going to play a lot of Star Wars Survivor and be a monk and not like anybody other than me.
You should actually be streaming that for 9 or
Yeah, you should.
Right,
oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, give me a capture card for that.
I'm still working on my capture card for
Yeah, remember, I'm still on consoles, guys.
We'll just give you like a shitty like old school camera and then just record it.
Yeah, it's just gonna be
Blair Witch style. It'll be Blair Witch Jedi Survivor. It'll be great.
I record for like 30 hours before I realize it's just like too bright and it's a blue screen.
Right, yeah.
Doesn't capture any of it. Also, I just want to shout this out before we close out here. Chuck, you sound like Trump. That was such a line. He did sound like a politician.
I don't know if you guys noticed, by the way. It said, Happy birthday, Chuck.
Oh, yeah.
The balloons.
That, yeah.
That's great. Nine, where can people find you? They want to reach out to you. All things going on in the nation of nerd.
Right here, my dear boy, on 9 Nerd Yards YouTube channel. I've been slacking on some videos, but I do have some good stuff on the way. Hopefully, it'll be out this weekend, or even tomorrow. Don't want to make any promises, but
make some
yeah,
promises. Deliver. Let's do it.
and you make some promises.
It's about
but
time. You need to make some
it's on
commitments.
Twitter, 9 Nerd Yards. That's where you can find me posting about bullshit. With the rest of the gang, mostly Kirsten, and the Discord still
Make it
got
sound like I have
300
no
people
life.
on that.
Well,
I mean,
well.
okay.
When the social media handle fits.
As much life as a dead seal on the beach. You did it to yourself. Sorry.
I like the odds, yeah.
That's my fault.
You walked right into
I
that.
couldn't think of anything else.
But yeah, Patreon is still free for the rest of the month. So get in on that. I saw some people comment on some of the exclusive videos you get access to, which is really cool. And yeah. If you like Succession, I've been doing live streams with Movie Files. I saw Disco Ball Glitter in the Movie Files chat while we were talking about Succession. So yeah, go, check that out if you're into that sort of thing. And we've been having a blast over there too.
If you're into white people with money, go check them out on Succession. That's all I'm saying.
Man, I'm jealous of them.
The best rich white people of that genre show out there. So
I hear it's really fun.
Oh,
it
it's
is
great.
really good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, I meant being
so
a white
great.
person having money.
Oh yeah.
Man, I wish
not,
I
a
could
care
let
in,
a show.
not a care in the world.
Hey, Blake, where can people find you, brother?
Thought you'd never ask. You can find me, Money Blake Weather, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. You can find me here, 9 Nerd Yards. We're here every Thursday, and it looks like we'll at least be trying to start every Wednesday, as Class of 09 has started with Brian Tyree Henry of Atlanta, aka Paperboy, and we're gonna try and see. We're gonna dabble in the dark arts and see if Class of 09 is something that the folks enjoy. So catch us here probably next Wednesday. We'll shoot out the time. Yeah, FBI is always dark arts, bro. Nobody. We got the documents to prove the FBI has dark arts.
When does it drop? When does it come out? Does it come out
already
on
out. First,
Wednesday?
It's already out, yeah.
But
First 2 episodes are out on
but
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays. Okay, so yeah, Wednesdays.
Tuesdays.
We'll cover the first 3 episodes on.
No, we can do. We'll figure it out. We'll talk about it offline.
Yeah.
But we're at least going to start it. We at least have to start it. And see if it's something that people like. So Class of 09, you guys can catch us. It is good. I've watched 1 episode so far. Really, very much a fan so far. And I don't like cop shows because I'm Alex Jones. We got the documents to prove they've been running guns through Tijuana since the Bush administration, and I'm not talking about the new one. But you could also find me on my other podcast, Unfiltered Bachelor. It's anywhere podcasts are, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Just go Google it. I look forward to seeing everybody, and I want to shout out everybody. Kenya, Whoops, Disco Ball, Glitter, Captain Cold, Film Age. Am I missing anybody? No. Wait.
Pretty sure that Kirsten Cobb girl.
This Kirsten person and this Jeff person.
Other Kirsten and that.
That's clearly a Jeff Reed.
Judging.
We appreciate them. They have been blocked from now on. Again, I want to thank everybody, for tuning in, whether it's right now live or if it's a replay, morning, evening, afternoon. We all appreciate you at 9 Nerd Yards. You stay great, Nerd Nation. And until next week, we will see you. Peace.
Or if you do or you don't. Understand?
Yeah.
Don't. I hope you don't.